The Savior answered, "A person does not see with the soul or with the spirit. Rather, the mind, which exists between these two, sees the vision that is," and then it fades out. The text is gone. Hi, my name is Dan Paulson, and welcome to my channel, Just One Truth. I'm researching all of the myth and religions from antiquity to find the common core. I have found that core. This is just a short video. I've talked recently about this being a mental process, how the Buddha starts out saying that all we are is the result of what we have thought. It's founded in our thoughts. It's made up of our thoughts. That one's very plain language. But as that we work it through, in some cases we find very directly we're told that it's a mental process. In other cases we're not. You have to figure that out on your own. In this video I'm going to repeat a couple of recent examples, but also I'm going to bring in a fresh one that I just found from Jesus. I continue to contend that all of these are going to work together, that there's something in the background of all of them. If you look, there's something there. And some become very plain language. And in the Emerald Tablets of Hermes and the Kabbalion I've got here in this book right here. But the seven Hermetic principles, number one is the principle of mentalism. The all is mind. The universe is mental. That's very plain language. That is our existence. That is not the universe. We don't look at it that way. You look at this and go, this is about my life existence, my world, my field, my territory, my kingdom, all of those things. And in this case, you got your universe or whatever the case. The all is mental. My experience is mental. Typically in the Bible, in Christianity, in, well, anything Abrahamic, the same process works the same way. It is still mental material. The difference is they don't tell you. They don't want you to know that. They use soul, spirit, God, different terms like that. They never use the term mental. What I found something here in the Nag Hammadi, actually, this is in the Gospel of Mary. What I've got right here, where Mary discusses vision and mind, 10:10:23 FF. I'm not sure. This is not typically the stuff I go after. I'm just kind of taking a break from other things and going through. The parallels are so astoundingly there. The more I grow into it, the more I can match up so much stuff. Anyway, this says, oh, well, Mary was asking him, and she said, "I saw the Lord in a vision, and I said to him, Lord, I saw you today in a vision. He answered me, blessed are you for not wavering at seeing me, for where the mind is, there is the treasure." So, blessed, where the mind is right there, there is the treasure. So the mind seeing who? We're facing ourselves. Mary is our inner being. The mind is probably our conscious or our higher self. No, it's going to be our consciousness. It is. For where the mind is, there is the treasure. As within, so without. Wherever our mind is where our life experience is. And that treasure could be bad treasure. That's your life experience. That's the way your life is, yeah. I said to him, "So now, Lord, does a person who sees a vision see it with the soul or with the spirit?" That's what we hear in the Bible, soul, spirit. Okay. And what does he respond? The Savior answered, "A person does not see with the soul or with the spirit. Rather, the mind, which exists between these two, sees the vision that is," and then it fades out. The text is gone. But before it disappears right there, he very specifically said, it's the mind which exists between the soul and the spirit. So the only way I can maybe correlate that is to say that the soul is the inner being, the subconscious. The mind exists between those two, and that the spirit would be the higher self. Those could be reversed. I doubt it. The soul sounds like an inner thing. Anyway, we continue to find precedent even in, well, this is not Abrahamic material here. This is definitely, Jewish and Roman. It's a blend of things. All of the Gnostic stuff is. I really got into it, but also I got into lots of other stuff. And because of that, it became my Rosetta Stone to see a lot more. It cracked a lot of things open. It paralleled so much stuff. Just finding all of the parallels in the Gospel of Thomas with Babylonian works and Plato's works, possibly some Bhagavad Gita. I only say that because of parallels I see in the interpretation, so I'll be careful about that one. But the Pharisees, like the dog in the manger, is pretty directly taken from Aesop's fables, The Dog in the Manger. Of course, then Gnosticism goes on and creates its own books, the Pleroma. It starts creating its own variant, but at the basic core, these teachings are still the same. Just the outer shell is growing into a big monster. In fact, I know I jump all over the place, but if you know the, what do we have? The Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean. What we have is the Halls of Amenti. And I won't get into the whole history and all that, but the Halls of Amenti is when you get in the mind and start working, and the entire thing plays out up in there. When you get to Gnosticism, and the Pleroma is an adaptation of that same thing. The Pleroma is an analogous representation of the Halls of Amenti, and they both represent being inside the mind, and that is where everything takes place. If you were, I shouldn't do this, but if you compared it to Joseph Campbell's template, this would be the belly of the whale right here. I mean, Gnosticism is not unique, only on the shell. The wrapping paper is different. I'm going to read something else that's kind of a fun parallel. I've got the Bhagavad Gita right here. It's Hindu works, and this is in chapter 2 about self-realization. I'm going to make a parallel between this and something biblical. Jesus' work. Listen to this. Those who follow this path, resolving deep within in themselves to seek me alone, attain singleness of purpose. For those who lack resolution, the decisions of life are many-branched and endless. Matthew, the narrow gate, 7:13. Enter through the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the road is easy that leads to destruction, and there are many who take it. For the gate is narrow and the road is hard that leads to life, and there are few who find it. Those who follow this path, resolving deep within themselves to seek me alone, attain singleness of purpose. For the gate is narrow and the road is hard that leads to life, and there are few who find it. For those who lack resolution, the decisions of life are many-branched and endless. For the gate is wide and the road is easy that leads to destruction, and there are many who take it. I think it's difficult for that to make sense. A lot of people can make sense out of that and think, well, I'm a believer in this, so that's obviously about me. But in reality, it's not. There's a layer to it, and there's something, the way that it's wrapped in such a way that makes people carry it, while they are actually the ones looking outward. You just look at religion and see how many interpretations, and it's all looking outward. It's all going to the supernatural from around the world globally, not just within the religion itself, but among humanity. Many are the roads looking outward. There's one path inward that goes in, and not many are going to do it. Both of them are saying that. It's very difficult. It's hard. You're going to have to turn inward. Not many are going to do it. And outward looking, there's many ways to do it. There is... Conceptually, at the mental level, there is no difference anymore. It's simply in the verbiage that sounds a little bit different, but we're supposed to process it. So if I were to do that, I look at this and go, this is my guru, this is my material, I want to know this. Those who follow this path, that's me, I'm following a path, okay. Resolving deep within themselves to seek me alone, I'm seeking one thing, attain singleness of purpose. I need to attain some kind of singleness of purpose by resolving deep within myself. Where is that? Where is it? It's in my mind. For those who lack resolution, the decisions of life are many, branched and endless. There's all kinds of, if you don't have that resolute idea to turn inward and to resolve all of that, you're going to be living from your life experiences and all of the judgments that we hold and the things that we're looking at outwardly. Now, if I were to do the same thing with the Matthew teaching, the narrow gate, enter through the narrow gate. Okay, this is about me. I'm going to use it for my guru. I'm going to enter the narrow gate. It's telling me to do that. All right. For the gate is wide and the road is easy that leads to destruction. Okay, sounds like some wide gate somewhere with all kinds of pathways leading to destruction. I don't know what that is. And there are many who take it. So there's a lot of people who take that outward-looking path. Yeah, like the other one, not many people get resolute. That's the same. For the gate is narrow and the road is hard that leads to life, and there are few who find it. Not many get there. What did this one say? For those who follow this path. It doesn't say there are many or not. It just says those. Resolving deep within themselves to seek me alone, attain singleness of purpose. For the road is hard that leads to life, and there are few who find it. I get the same thing out of those two. But let me qualify that by saying it from other material as well. I know that it's an inward-looking material. There's two directions to go with this, outward or inward. That's the gate right there. The gate exists right here. That is also the threshold in the material. You can either look outward with it or you can turn inward with it and understand that it is a story held on components that look outward as the carrier shell, but once you get them inside, you strip off all the components, and there's an interactive pathway that we take. It's built on the human psyche. All right, so in a nutshell, what I get out of this, I am to turn inward and seek my inner unity. I've got a lot of complex things in life that I've accumulated that I need to get rid of. This is not teaching me how to do that, but it's telling me that's what you're going to have to do. You have to go in, turn inward, and find some way to become unified. Not many people are going to do it. Outward looking are many ways to use this material that don't lead any place. They don't lead to happiness. They lead to destruction or whatever. Many people are going to do that. But inward, not many people are, and it's a smaller place. This is a common teaching to turn inward. Not many people are going to do it. And outward looking are, just look around. How many outward looking ways are there to believe life exists? We need to be looking inward. Most people do look outward. Seriously, karma is cause and effect. The measure you mete unto others will be likewise meted unto you is cause and effect. I will bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you is cause and effect. All of these are cause and effect. The tree grows from its root, producing fruit that has seeds contained within it that produces more seeds of the same fruit is cause and effect. All of them sound different, but at the conceptual mental level, they're cause and effect. Conceptually, the more you can read it conceptually, the more you see that it's simply different verbiage carrying the same concept. Anywhere you look, everywhere you go. Anyway, I just wanted to say that here. Yeah, it's mental. We keep seeing that. I have some other things I'm going to do taking a break from my analog search, but I'm going to do a video next on just simply grabbing all of examples of cyclical pain from China to the Bible, showing how different stories are holding that concept. Greek myth as well. We'll go back as far as Babylonia. That'll be the next video, just because that'll be fun. Just all variations of cyclical pain in all manner of ways. Every one of these stories is going to carry that element. It has to have some way of carrying cyclical pain. It is a teaching story about our life. And we have cyclical pain from the things we're hanging on to. And that's what it's teaching us. However, it's teaching us in all manner of different ways that sound like big adventure stories that really mean just cyclical pain. All right. Hope this was fun. I just wanted to share that. Yeah. Jesus says it's mental and it's in between those two. What does the church tell you? Come to us for your salvation. This is still saying, yeah, you have to work on your own salvation. This is very much this is the process. It's much closer to do it yourself. It's much closer to, I would say, a religious genre of teaching that more closely reflects the Dhammapada or the Bhagavad Gita, something that comes from, or the Tao Te Ching. Yeah, actually, at some point, they all just start matching up. I guess what I mean is the closer you get to the core material of any of the teaching, the smaller block of material, the easier it is to see that they all come from the same source. As they get bigger and grow outward into something different, that is when they become completely obscured. That's why the religions look so different from each other. If they come from the same source, they must grow crazy. Yeah, that's what happens. And think about the bridge in this video between, the New Testament, Jesus' teachings, and the Bhagavad Gita, which is, arguably some of the oldest material on the planet. Hindu material, Hindu teachings. Who knows how far they date back? To me, obviously, this stuff dates back very far. It seemed fairly advanced under the Babylonians, but that'll be for the next video. At any rate, yeah, when you can start making those correlations, then you're inside. You're seeing more There's a way to read it when you turn them inward, where they become revealed. They do. They open up. You have to create a playing field up here. And it's a very diverse playing field. What is this story? Oh, it's a field. What is this one? Oh, it's a battlefield. Oh, it's a building. It's a tower. It's a city. It's a vineyard. It's a world. All those just are the same playing field. They just have a different name in the story. Yeah, the halls of a many. The pleroma. All right, take care. See you in the next video.